LAN pings. We've got North American teams versus on game 2.
The whole purpose in mind of taking #1. DeeAy, your thoughts?
I cannot wait for those matchups. I absolutely love casting European RTCW. It's a fantastic community, mostly because they seem to really, really like us. Anybody who likes us definitely is A-okay in my book, but they're always really, really nice guys to listen to. They talk to you after the game, you know, just to ask what you're doing, why you're casting this, and just a very, very enthusiastic community, which is always nice to see. It's good to have appreciation for the game from everybody, not just the players, but also the people just hanging out, listening to seeing what's going on. So at QuakeCon, really looking forward to meeting some of these guys, and also just exciting to see what is going to happen when we've got, you know, LAN pings, we've got North American teams versus European, and it's just going to be very, very cool, and I personally cannot wait.
Well, we're just about good to go. Wolf TV calling for just a moment, waiting on 4 players standing by. We'll be back to cover the carnage here in the RTCW arena tonight. It is the battle you've been waiting for. A couple sounders, must-play sounders, and we'll be back. See, I'm getting it out of my system right now. Back and live with more in a moment.
BoB 2 is brought to you by EVGA.com. With their newest line of NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200-based graphics adapters, you'll not only get the GeForce FX 5200 GPU with the performance you would expect from NVIDIA, but you also get some of the best-in-class features, drivers, and reliability that has given EVGA.com one of the highest customer loyalty ratings in the industry. Asymmetric cooling, ease-of-use automated drivers, and unprecedented customer service, things that you can only get from EVGA.com, one of the proud sponsors of Battle on the Beachhead 2.
BoB 2 is brought to you by id Software. id Software is the most prestigious group of game developers in the world. Creators of the wildly popular Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein series, id Software has been fragging the competition since 1991 with game titles that will blow your mind away. Stunning graphics and liquid smooth gameplay add to the rich and innovative game engines that emerge from the underground layers of the id development team. For more information, visit the id website at www.idsoftware.com.
Commercials off, game on. This is the Team Sportscast Network. TSN, your source for the esports revolution.
All right. Oh, yeah. Hooja. Let's do it. RTCW tonight. It's Sabo. It's DeeAy. It is Warwitch. And now the game is underway. It is the final stopwatch. Round 1, set 1 tonight. DT Axis defense versus the incoming allies. DeeAy, you've been in server. Let's do it the way we can at www.tsncentral.com. All you.
Nice Panzer Post to start off the game. Oh my god, Hollywood getting a 3-man Panzer, Spike, Dodgy, and Lynch all going down. Dynamite planted at both holes in the wall as the seawall has been breached and the door just blown right now. Excellent job by the NARF team to get themselves in there and get the game underway. 6:47 is left on the clock. Dodgy racing towards that forward bunker and captures the flag for the rest of his team. Allies now inside the bunker and making their way upstairs already, just trying to get a little bit of action on those DeathTouch guys. Sabo, what are you seeing?
Team DeathTouch, the defensive Axis team this time around on MP Beach. They were sitting there hiding inside their base. It looked like the way was completely clear. Then here comes NARF. Boom! Out of every window you see an Axis member pop out. Oh boy, there you go. With the innuendos. Taking out members of the Allied team. Now you see 3 members of Team NARF Allied team running up that side staircase, getting met up by DT Brian. Brian taking a couple of them down. Loses to superior numbers. Medic to Team NARF doing a little bit of reviving as they stream out. Nail bringing them down in the staircase. Allied offensive shut down for the time being. Warwitch, where is that second push?
Well, waiting now. We're down in the trenches right here. Let's take a look at the defenses set up. Sabo, Warwitch, and DeeAy with the carnage. Now DT Nail moving forward. Here's the strat utilized by the DeathTouch team. They've got a griefer, and we got a grab. Out of nowhere, a grab is in position and taken now. The Axis reclaim the forward bunker, but Lynch from NARF has got the grab, and I do not have a lock. Sabo, no. DeeAy, what's going down? 526.
Oh man, documents have been returned as excellent attempts by the NARF team. Lynch actually managed to sneak downstairs and get himself in position while he waited for a couple more members of the DeathTouch team to go down before he made a grab for those documents. He is a soldier, pulled out the Panzer, managed to take out one guy who was after him. I believe Decka was the one who went down. and then he was stopped by some machine gun fire. Documents were returned. The war room is currently empty, and we're just waiting for NARF to make their second push. 4 minutes and 55 seconds remain on the clock, and I am just listening to a lot of gunfire outside. Support fire is key, just everywhere. Explosions all over the place. But here come the Allies one more time, trying to get in there. They're going through the trenches right now. Dodgy, the medic for the NARF team, making his way inside. And another nice Panzerfaust from Hollywood, taking out Obliv, it looks like. But Lynch is the one they need to look out for. He is the Panzer for the NARF team. And I want to see more Panzer kills.
Some major ass kicking going on, Sabo. Let me tell you this, it's 4:17 on the clock. Quickly going to be passing it to Sabo here in just a moment. Incoming Allied push of the NARF team. Sabo, what has NARF been trying to do, and what have the Axis been doing correctly? How has DT managed to hold them off so far?
DeathTouch Axis team, they've been sneaky with their defense. You keep coming in here, you look around, and it looks like the path is completely clear as the Allies move closer. As I said, you see Axis heads popping out of every window, showing up in every door, taking the people out of nowhere. 3:45 on the clock. We've got a major push coming through the trenches. NARF, full team, getting met up by 2 members of DeathTouch team. They turn right, going up the staircase. We're going to go up there, meet them as they come out the other side. 3:30 on the clock. Warwitch, take it away as NARF heads down the spiral.
Yeah, they've got a good something cooking right here in the back stairs, moving down beavermana, and it's Obliv, a medic incoming now, making the push towards the war room. Here's a charge, 3-man charge heading in. It looks looking good. Making the rush inside. The Allies taking a grab in the basement. It's warkrime with the grab. No, it's Obliv, the medic for the NARF roster right there. Now, we've got some carnage going down. DeeAy, incoming push now. Obliv is down. Documents are down and returned by DT Illumina, who says, Yavel, documents are not going anywhere. DeathTouch holding strong at 2:55. DeathTouch speaking tonight in the war room, basically saying the key for us to win this game is to get the fast grabs and the hold as long as we can. DeeAy, sounds like you guys picked up some action here just recently. What was the rundown?
There was some nice Panzer action happening as Hollywood managed to obliterate some of the defense coming to back up the document carrier. Didn't quite get there in time. Being in pieces will definitely stop your push, but that was a second grab of the documents by the NARF team that did not go anywhere. They did not even manage to make it out of the basement. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go as DeathTouch starting to fall back now into the war room. Not going to bother chasing NARF in there. They're going to wait for them down there, and NARF taken out by Decka's grenade. There is lots and lots of gunfire happening upstairs on the bunker as NARF struggling to try and get inside. Hollywood taking out Dodgy. There's just bodies flying all over the place here as now we've got NARF heading down the spiral, going down the back way, met up with a couple of his teammates, trying to make another push for the documents, and we actually have Lynch of the NARF team going in through the ducts, and so let's see if that strategy will work for him. He does have his Panzer out and ready, hoping to clear that war room of any opposition to try and get in there, but they are ready for him, and not looking so good.
Well, that was Decka running in there. He had a pretty good run. It was just him all alone. Ended up getting vaporized, though. That was not good. What's going on? Defensive situation. DT Brian, DT Illumina holding out in the document room. They're going to run out because they hear some footsteps off in the distance. Gunfire going on in the barracks. Chrome goes in to check it out. Nothing, just a dead body. 1 minute on the clock. 3 seconds until another spawn, and there's the 1 minute warning. NARF streaming in. Allied team through the radio room. They're going to drop down the spiral. Major firefight going on over here. NARF beavermana coming down, narrowly avoids. Nope, gets taken out by a grenade. Goodbye, says Decka. Decka then runs for cover. 43 seconds on the clock. Warwitch, take it away.
Well, we're quickly approaching the 30-second warning. What we have seen here in this matchup so far is that DT is in a great position here for this next round. Let's sound that 30-second warning.
Wir haben nur noch 30 Sekunden. Schnell, schnell.
24 seconds remain on the clock. DT in a great position. They are able on round 1, set 1 to hold NARF off the entire time. NARF allied offensive push having a hard time getting anything done. And DT now with the momentum. 12-second countdown in the garbage time here tonight. No chance that they're going to be able to make the grab. Now, they did get 2 touches on the documents, but it was too little, too late. 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh. Come on.
The axis with the...
DeeAy, let's talk about some statistics tonight.
Absolutely. Full 8 minutes that NARF was unable to grab those documents. Very, very close for both teams overall. Looking at the efficiencies, we had DT coming out on top with 61% efficiency versus actually 38 for the NARF team. I was looking at the wrong number. That's not really quite so close at all. Top efficiency for either team with Decka with 75%, and these guys are raring to go because round 2 is about to start. Full 8 minutes on the clock for DeathTouch to get those documents away from the NARF team. Let's see what is going to happen.
Well, the action is already underway, and Team NARF, allied team, they just could not set the clock. That means DeathTouch this time around as the allies streaming up the beachhead. They've got the full 8 minutes, 7:40 on the clock at the moment. All of them seem to have died on the beach except for Medic Chrome. 3 seconds, and we'll have another spawn. 2, 1. Here they come, allied team off the spawn, running up the beach. Boom! Panzerfaust right there. Double Panzerfaust. Bryant and Hollywood going down to Lynch, along with Decka. Watch out for this man, Lynch, for Team NARF with the Panzers from the bunker, clearing the beach. Still no dynamite at the door, nor at the seawall breach. Warwitch, what's going to happen?
Well,
Team
what NARF
DT.
is looking for right now, these guys are looking for another full hold. We got a green light right-hand side, brought to you by the engineer DT Bryan, leaning over, pliers out, incoming airstrike, and down, taken down by a nice grenade, and then blown away by an airstrike. That's a killer play. Holding off so far, NARF holding off the incoming DT allied push. Looking good. 6-4-9. Several green lights. One more now, right-hand side. Green light, machine gun fire as the Axis leap up on top of the wall. It was a spike from the NARF team, hopped up on top of the wall, dropped a grenade, machine gun fire, and took out another engineer push. 6-3-2 on the clock. NARF says, touche. You hold us off the entire time. That's our objective here tonight. It's like a pub game. It's all about the beach right now. The battle continues. The carnage on the beach. DeeAy, what needs to happen here is that DT has got to get some clearance behind that wall with some airstrikes in order to be able to get to the wall and make the dynamite plant. They need some coverage. Nice grenades. Here's the next plant from DT Bryan, leaning over, trying to get something done. He is able to get something done. Nice cover from DeathTouch, and we got a dynamite plant on the seawall breach. DeeAy.
2 full minutes went by before we had a successful dynamite plant. Dynamite takes 30 seconds to blow up. That is definitely costing the DT team a lot of time. Excellent defense, though, by the NARF team. Very good use of grenades and panzer fire. And as well, those support fires, just doing a great job of holding them off. We've got, though, the DT team now hovering around that dynamite, waiting for that to blow up. There we go. The seawall has been breached. The door has basically been just, there's no point. They've got a yellow light down at the door, but no engineer. And through the breach, they're being met with the MP40 fire of Spike and Dodgy, just tearing the incoming Allies team to absolute pieces. A couple of medics did make it out alive. They revived as many teammates as they possibly could, climbing up the ladder only to be met by some more MP40 fire. Dodgy and Spike making sure that is just not going to happen for them at all. 5 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. Dynamite finally planted by the seawall door. And wow, this is just incredible. I've never seen anybody held off on beach that long for 2 minutes. I mean, you only have 8 minutes to begin with. That is just not a lot of time at all. And wow, Sabo, what do you think of this defense?
Well, the defense is incredibly offensive here for the Axis team of Team NARF. They did a wonderful job of holding Team DT off on the beachhead, and in fact, only just now, at 4:35 on the clock, did the bunker door get breached. That flag still hasn't been captured. Right now, where is the offensive DeathTouch? They're working on climbing up to the rooftops. They're going to get met. It's a 2-on-2 battle. Allied team going down. DeeAy NARF surviving. Medic reviving Warkrime. Warkrime getting a grenade in the face, but before the damage count kicked in. Right now, DT virtually nowhere to be found. Just one man, Illumina, running through the trenches. 10 seconds until DeathTouch gets another spawn. 4:05 on the clock. And NARF now switching up the defense, pulling it in, getting a little bit more defensive because the inner wall area has been breached. 355 Warwitch, take it away.
Well, DT's still in a good position. These guys have got what it takes. Now at 3-5-0 on the clock. Now making a rush through the trenches, heading, just spread finger across the trenches and making the charge upwards, sending the troops left and right. Now with a concerted push to the right-hand side, we've got some incoming airstrikes heading in now. Machine gun fire from above. DT being shut down by the machine gun fire of beavermana and friends. That rush is not going to go anywhere as DeathTouch is unable to get anything done. NARF really pushing for the full hold tonight, which means this could be a battle of attrition tonight. But don't take my word for it. DT Brian now, medic on the upper tier, making his way and then engaged by the NARF roster. Ultimately, DT Hollywood comes out on top, revives DT Brian. Double medic tag team combination at 3:07, making their way now down to the war room. Backstairs, incoming double medic action. DT Hollywood tracking him down now, making the charge, opens fire, little machine gun, not much going down, hops inside, and he's gonna get the grab. Early on with the grab now, DT Hollywood has got the documents, gonna try to bring them home, meet some Axis resistance. There's some trouble afoot, and I got the wrong sounders playing in the background. The Allies have got the documents. It is DT Brian trying to get something done. DA, can he do it? 239, heading towards the radio stairs.
Oh, not going to happen as he's met with machine gun fire. Have another grab that as Hollywood, medic for the DT team, has the documents running out, and oh my god, Panzerfaust from Lynch just blew the document carrier and his support just to pieces, but Illumina, hovering in the background, manages to sneak in there and grab the documents. He's being met with a lot of opposition, not going to be able to do it, taken out by Spike and his machine gun. Allies have returned the documents. Just incredible grabs by the DT team. So close, but that well-placed Panzerfaust fire just took them out and kind of cut their offensive push in, basically into quarters with only one guy left alive. 1:55 is left on the clock. DT is going to have to try again. They've got time for at least one more push, but if NARF can keep up that defensive work, then they're going to have an extremely tough job getting through. Just very exciting stuff to watch.
Well, we've got DT Allied team right here. Illumina leading the charge, going down the spiral staircase. 1:30 on the clock. It's going to be very difficult now for DT to get those documents off. But then again, hey, if they do, they've got the first point. It's only round one, set number 2. Or how do we want to say this? We're just going to say the second half is round 1. 1:15 on the clock. DeathTouch now running into the document room. Major firefight. We got 4, 5, no, what? 6 members of Team NARF waiting with MP40, firing. What the hell's going on? Dead bodies everywhere. What is going to happen? Lynch, NARF running up there, getting taken out with a soldier. Lynch, he pulls the Panzerfaust out, sees no need to use it. Why? Because the Allies are dead. Merely bloodstains on the wall. Documents remain safe and secure. The entire NARF team concentrated in the document room. 45 seconds on the clock, 15 until another Allied spawn.
Well, what we just saw right there was a concerted push from DeathTouch. These guys came in full force, strong and hard, as Sabo said. Hard to cover the action. Let's sound that 30-second warning here right now. Hard to cover the action. Another grab attempt incoming now. Here comes DT Illumina. DT, 23 seconds to get something done. NARF shuts them down, and that final push is going to go nowhere. DT Hollywood Panzerfaust takes down 2 members of NARF. Blown away 13 seconds and denied. Incoming DeathTouch are going to be held off, and we have got ourselves a full hold in round 1, set 1, round 1, set number 2, 3, 2, and a 1.
The Axis winning.
Now here's what we're going to do.
That was a second full hold.
Absolutely. We are going to be heading into the war room of affliction now. Sabo and DeeAy, I will be back with you guys in a moment. Making the charge, let's head into the war room and take a listen to see what this team, Affliction, also known as DeathTouch, has got planned.
You guys ran in one by one. You gotta say, okay, let's go.
You went in there.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up now. How's that sound?
Is Warwitch doing the in-game broadcast thingy? Did he just join?
Who fucking cares?
Oh, whoops. Alright, they seem pissed, so we'll go just move along, shall we? Let's go back to server number 1. Hi, guys. Oh, they don't sound too happy. They're not happy. They're definitely frustrated by the full hold that has just been implicated upon them here tonight. DeeAy, round 1, set 1, round 1, set number 2. We've got no score, and the game, going to be starting here in just a moment. Let's do it, DeeAy. What happened? Quick rundown of the story.
Score is still 0-0 after one complete round. We had full holds for both sides. Now we've got set number 2, round number 1 underway. DeathTouch is the allied team, and they're on their way towards the wall to get some dynamite planted. We have a green light at the seawall breach right now, and dynamite has been planted much, much faster than the full 2 minutes it took them in the last round. But we've got dynamite planted in one area. Good defense from the NARF team, but not as strong as it was last time. It's deciding to hold back just a little. Neither one of these teams wants to give either any leeway at all. Nice Panther Firepower coming from Lynch, taking out Decka and Chrome as they make their way up the beach. Dynamite still planted at the seawall breach. We've got some engineers heading towards the door, and Brian is asking for a timeout.
Sabo.
Oh, Decka's pinging 999.
What happened?
Well, Decka lagged out. 999 is his ping, so we got a timeout right over here. What's the situation? Well, we're not going to reveal too many details at the moment, just what's been happening thus far. Round number 1, NARF held off the full 8 minutes. DT then also held off the full 8 minutes. That means the score remains 0-0. Here in round 2, it's as though we're just now starting. 0-0. DeathTouch allied team on the offense, rushing up the beach. They had already blown away a hole in the seawall breach. They're still working on getting it in the seawall door by the bunker. 7:14 on the clock. We're in timeout. Warwitch.
Well, we were in timeout. Now it looks like the game's going to be started. The battle back on the way, and here we go. 7:12, and no tonight. Oh. Standing by. Game paused yet again at 7:10. OGL admins on the job here tonight. Big shout out to all of our listeners. The game back underway. Let's get the carnage a-rockin'. On the roll. 7:10. Fight incoming. DT allies. Now, can these guys get it done? 7:06 on the clock. Here they come, making the rush. Plant seawall door. We've got the axis in defense right now, all across the trenches. Setting up for the incoming allied push, which is imminent here in T-minus 30 seconds. Now, DeeAy, I believe it's AFK, so Sabo, it's all you.
Well, we've got red light right over here at this seawall bunker. The door is 6:45 on the clock. We're going to watch that as it gets ready to tick away and explode. DT Illumina hiding in the corner, waiting on that, waiting to run in and grab the flag while the rest of his team runs around and gets jumped at the seawall breach. Boom, there we go. Door blown, and the flag is grabbed just in time for the DT allied team to spawn in the bunker. Now they're running every which way up the trench, left, right, everywhere. Every entrance is being attacked by Team DeathTouch this time around. DT, they're hardcore on the offense. Where is NARF? All I see is warkrime up here on the rooftop holding his position.
Now, here's the deal. All right, DeeAy, welcome back. 6:04, and things are looking good. 6:01 on the clock right here. Now, it looks like the NARF team committing suicide. Incoming push here. DT on the respawn at 556. Standing by, leaving aside the front bunker. Moving outside, several members deciding to head towards the seawall breach on the far right-hand side to avoid the airstrikes. Incoming push now. Here come the allies. DT trying desperately to set the time. In a battle of attrition so far, both teams not allowing either team to get anything done. We've seen multiple grabs, but so far the documents have not gotten near the radio room. Not in this round, at least. 5-3-0 incoming DT push. These guys fast and furious making the charge. Revivals being made, airstrikes being dropped. Here comes the DT rush. The allies now down the backhand side. We've got medics and lieutenants. Allied coalition charging forward. DT Decka, lieutenant right there next into the breach. DT Illumina, and we got a grab. DeeAy, someone's got the documents. And let's take a look and see who it is. DT Chrome making the charge. Knife hands are fast in the basement. Documents are down and returned by warkrime. DeeAy, what happened?
That was juicy. Chrome grabbed the documents for the DeathTouch team and was trying to make a way out with them, but Lynch for the NARF team was there waiting with a Panzerfaust ready, took out the document carrier, took out his backup. Documents have been returned. We've had one touch by the DeathTouch team, but so far it's all quiet down here in the war room. They need to push through that defense one more time, try and get to it. They were close, but it's hard to get around a Panzer. When Panzer's coming at you, you kind of just have to duck and cover and hope it sort of misses you. But we've got some of the allies downstairs one more time. We've got Brian, Chrome, and Decka making their way into the war room and taken out by NARF. But here we go, they're still alive, and another incoming push by the allies team. Obliv is doing a great job of holding them off, though. He's up against Brian, and he comes out on top. All of the incoming allies have been stopped by machine gun fire from the Axis. And as of yet, beavermana going down, taken out by his teammate. Not good at all, but one guy, Obliv, stopped all three of the incoming allies. Excellent job with machine gun fire. 3:48 is left on the clock. Everything is quiet in the war room, and we've got to have another push coming in soon. Otherwise, I'm going to need more paper. I only have one sheet of paper to cover all of the things that happen in the game, and if we have any more holes, I'm in trouble.
Sabo, we got to grab, buddy. What happened? Pick up the carnage.
There we go.
Action
That
time.
was nice. Two-man team, Hollywood and Illumina. They came in fresh off the spawn, set up in opposite sides of the hallway, waited till the timing was right, then they ran. Hollywood running in there, grabbing the documents, runs all the way up, short route. He was communicating with his team who had already cleared the radio room out, grabbed the docs, ran up there, DT. Hollywood setting the clock, 4:38, outstanding time. Round number 2, the first half of round number 2. DT.
4-3-8 by DT. I'm gonna give it one more shot to head into their war room and see what happens. I'll be back, guys. Heading to the war room now of Affliction, also known as DeathTouch. Let's take a listen.
Spawn at the door. I can't get a mortar off good. They got the plan.
All right.
It's really good. Really fast, rather.
Alright, then let's just fucking focus on the breach. Let's throw 4 on the breach.
I'll go to the door.
Yeah.
I'll take breach.
Make sure someone gets a mortar. I just need a mortar on that hill. Here, everyone look at the hill. Brian, look over here. Actually,
I know what you're talking about.
Here. Mortar that shit.
Alright. 2 nears came to the breach, though, so if you kill one, be prepared to kill another.
You know, probably the good time to play this.
And now, a fucking public service announcement from fucking TSN. Sometimes dealing with all you asshats causes a shoutcaster to drop occasional F-bomb, or 2, or 5. To put it another way, if you are offended by shit, you bitch, horse, asshole, goddamn motherfucking stupid fucking bitch, then please disconnect now, because it's only gonna get worse.
Alright. Welcome back to the fuck. TSN Warwitch with you on the mic right now. Nice coverage on the war room that time. But of course playing the F-bomb sounder because you know when you hop into a team's war room, it is time to hear the F-bomb. Nice opening Panzerfaust from DT Hollywood. Hoocha! Getting it done, DT with a set time. What was the time that was set, DA? I didn't write it down. Whoops.
4:38 was 4:38 set by the DeathTouch team. That is the time that NARF needs to beat. Dynamite has been planted at the seawall door in a split second, just as it went red. Support fire took out the engineers. They managed to get in there with just enough time to get that dynamite planted. Dynamite planted at the seawall breach as well, and the door is going to blow any second now. But we've already got an Allies member inside the bunker as Daji hops over the wall, captures that forward bunker flag, and just as an Axis guy tried to get in there, I did not see who that was, but he gets in there to steal the flag back right as the Allies spawn in his face, and it was messy. That was not a good place for him to be at that time. 3:33 is left on the clock, as now all that is left to do is NARF needs to get inside, grab those documents, and get home with them. Otherwise, we're actually going to have a point in this game. Panzerfaust from Hollywood takes out beavermana. Nice job. Heading downstairs into the war room to see if anybody's managed to squeak by just yet. But Sabo, I'll throw it over to you.
NARF allied team coming fresh off the spawn over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members on the side, running up the middle. Oh, gonna get taken out by DeeAy Nail right there. Now they're changing their strategy. They want to climb up that side ladder. Nope, turn back around. Chrome cutting them off. as they come back around up the middle. That was just brutal. 2:50 on the clock, fresh off the spawn. Allied team, NARF, they wasted too much time trying to decide whether they wanted to run up the middle staircase or go to the right up the ladder. They got slaughtered and obliterated. DT Axis team now set up on the rooftops, waiting for the respawn. 2:30 on the clock. Bunker flag had been reclaimed by the Axis, forcing the Allied NARF team to spawn on the beachhead. They're only just now making it into the bunker, reclaiming that flag. 2:20 on the clock. They need to hustle if they want to get the docks and get the point here in round number 2. Score 0-0. It's anybody's game. Warwitch, back to you.
Well, 2:08. Now, DT Axis defense. This is a different DeathTouch. Soon to be called Affliction after the game is over. Incoming now, Spike of the NARF roster into the back of the stairwell. He's a medic and he's all alone, looking good. Now a reminder, round number 2, set number 2, brought to you by PsychoServers.com. Check them out. 1:48 on the clock right now. Time running out for the NARF roster. These guys have the power to get something done, but DT harassing that forward bunker. They reclaim it, but a little bit too late as they have to respawn back at the beach at 136. This means that NARF is going to have one more chance to get the penetration they're looking for. Now an errant Panzerfaust explodes, takes no one down on the far left-hand side of the trenches. 1-2-5. The majority of the NARF team taking it through the left-hand side of the trench. Going to be moving towards the Axis spawn with a hope of pushing and engaging the Axis down perhaps the radio stairs and then making the charge to the war room. Now we've got DT Hollywood incoming rush now. NARF in the radio room, charging forward. Nice grenade from DT Hollywood. Takes down Lynch and Spike. 103 now with the two-man push. DT Bryan on the back stairs, trying to get something done rather on the radio stairs, leaving Warkrime, NARF, and Lieutenant all alone. 55 seconds. DA, take us home. Two-man rush.
I'm inside the war room right now, but Decka and Illumina has it covered. Nail taking himself out. Not a good time. We've got gunfire happening in the hallways as the allies try to come through. They're being stopped by gunfire. Chrome and Illumina come in to meet them. It is absolute carnage out here. Obliv is still alive, trying to get to his teammate, but he's not able to do it. Got a couple of members still alive, though. One of the medics did make it, and they're now making their way into the room, and we've got a grab. Spike has documents. There's 24 seconds left. If he runs, he can do it, but it's not going to happen. Illumina with his MD40 takes him out, returns the documents, and there is only 15 seconds to go. Good games being exchanged by the teams. Very, very close attempts for NARF to get in there and grab the documents, but just in the end, the Axis defense put up by the DeathTouch team with too much to get through. And Allies captured the forward bunker as the clock runs out. Allies could not beat the time of 4:38, and DeathTouch goes up 1-0.
How about that? 1-0. 1-0. DeathTouch in the lead right here. Let's give a quick rundown of what happened in that round. First off, you had DeathTouch playing as the Allied team. Initially, they were getting held off pretty hard, but the clock was set 4:38. Why? Because Hollywood and Illumina, they set up a little two-man team, attacked opposite directions. The way was clear. They waited patiently while their team came off the spawn, secured the radio room. Then Hollywood ran and grabbed the documents, got backed up by Illumina, running up the stairs, setting the clock. 4:38. Then NARF. NARF as the Allies, trying to beat the time. They got held off, not on the beachhead, but in the small courtyard, in the trench area for far too long. By the time they made it down into the documents, it was too late. You had Spike touching the documents, didn't get anywhere, didn't happen. 1-0, still, anything can happen in Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Bob 2, final round. This is it. This is for the championship. Warwitch, back to you.
Well, it's looking good. DeathTouch coming out into this engagement looking strong. They've lost before against NARF. Could NARF be toppled tonight? Can the champions be overthrown? We're going to find out. T-minus 30 seconds. Stand by.
Round 2 is brought to you by the OGL.
The Online Gaming League is one of the most competitive leagues available on the gaming scene today. Run by a hardcore group of devoted players, gamers, and officials, it has continued to expand the number of games it covers, adding all the latest titles such as Battlefield 1942 and Unreal Tournament 2003. With over 2,900 clans listed, the OGL is the fastest growing gaming league online. If your clan is looking to sign up for an ultra-competitive ladder, then the OGL is just for you. For more information, visit www.worldogl.com.
Well, by now I think our listeners know what that sound means. It means we are in game, and we are kicking ass tonight. Round number 3, set number 1, brought to you by Speakeasy DSL. Check them out. Check them out. 7:20 on the clock right now. Who are the allies? Well, it's NARF with a chance. It looks like we've got some boosting, and DT Hollywood sees the allies trying to boost across the wall on the right-hand side of the pillbox. DT Hollywood ain't gonna have any of it. He opens fire with a Panzerfaust, and that boost is shut down. 659, red light, left-hand side. We've got the right-hand side open and breached. NARF bringing the Blitzkrieg here tonight against the Axis, trying to set a time. They want to get themselves on the scoreboard 1-0 in favor right now of DeathTouch. Wow.
NARF is inside that bunker after just capturing that forward deployment flag, waiting for the rest of their teammates to spawn back in. And you've switched over, haven't you?
No, I'm here. D, keep talking, baby. If I ever go quiet like that, I'm just reducing lag. So just keep talking. Don't leave dead air for me. Yo, come on. Firing squad time.
Okie dokie. Going back into the game now. 6:18 on the clock. We've got carnage happening inside the bunker as, Thompson fire from Dudgy and Spike taking out Brian, Chrome, and Illumina from the DeathTouch team. We have Axis reclaiming that forward bunker. That is going to hurt the incoming NARF team quite a bit. That is a long distance to go, and if you've got someone watching the beach, very, very easy to take them out. 5:55 on the clock, and the Allies have stolen the documents, trying to find out what is going on. Sabo, did you find that?
5:45 on the clock. Documents returned, though. Allied team, new offensive, just now rushing up onto the roof level, as the previous one just had been, oh my goodness, Warwitch distracting me here.
Focus, fellas, focus, come on. All right, it's RTCW tonight, 5-2-4 on the clock here tonight as we are just rambling, having fun. 5-2-0 remains right here. It is round number 3, set number 1, Allied incoming NARF roster. Trying. They had an initial push, a very strong push, and so far have been able to be shut down. They've had one grab attempt on the document so far. 5:06 remains. Timeout being called. Something is going down on the server. It is DT Brian calling for a timeout. Gives me a chance to head on into the war room of DT. Stand by. Take a listen now.
Zach, are you rebooting?
Why'd they just time up? Why'd they time out? What the hell are they doing?
Uh-oh.
God, I just took a bullet.
Calm down.
Match re-timed out here tonight in the DT war room.
I spawned in 4.
We ready? Anything we gotta do? Just gotta hold them for about 5 or 10 here. But we'll be alright. Yeah, we're ready.
Feeling confident?
Basically like 3 seconds.
Should I go down back or should I go down spawn? I spawned in 4.
Radio.
Speak as you Dutch. Here's the charge. We're going to leave their war room now and head back to TSN. War room action tonight. That's right. Back to server number 1. Let's do it. Yobo. Welcome back. DA. Just back from the war room of Affliction. I'm sorry. TT. 4:43 on the clock right now. What's the storyline?
We actually had a document grab by Dudgy. I'm following him right now. He has the documents, and it looks like he is being backed up by Spike. Spike making his way up the stairs, trying to clear the path for Dudgy. He is a medic, though, in good shape, though, has the documents, and just narrowly avoiding. He's in a gunfire fight, and, lots of carnage happening downstairs, trying to run away, get himself healed, but taking some gunfire from behind, heals himself, and he's running back into the war room, and no, he gets taken out by Chrome and his MP40. The Axes have returned the documents. That was the second grab, I believe, by the NARF team, but have not been able to get upstairs with the documents, doing a good job of sneaking into that war room, but then once the Axis team of DeathTouch figures out where they are, it is pretty much game over, and nice Panzerfaust from Hollywood, taking down Obliv and Dudgy as the Axis reclaim the forward bunker, and we've got some gunfire happening in the war room, but I think it was just some body destroying. Wow, this is just not looking good. Allies recapturing that forward bunker. Lynch getting off a pen, taking out Illumina. Documents are safe. The war room is quiet, and there's 3 minutes and 33 seconds left on the clock.
Nice artillery support. All quiet from Sabo. Sabo the Saboteur. Check in, buddy. 320 Sabo, all you.
There we go.
Welcome back, Commander.
Mike was muted. Good game to me, but let's analyze just what the heck was that. The NARF, he grabs the documents, moves on. He was well on his way. He was up the spiral staircase, then he backed off, hid, held his position, and then he got jumped and he got scared. He ran back. He carried the documents all the way back into the war room. And there he died, laying them right on the table. Right now, all quiet inside the dock room defensively as we see Brian calling for yet another timeout.
You know, it will give us a chance to enlighten you about what's gone on so far. Yeah, it's, I'm talking over each other here. My bad. We'll be resuming here at about 1:05. We'll be back here in just a moment to give you the whole rundown.
PsychoServers.com is your direct source for all your online gaming needs. Offering one-stop shopping for high-quality game server rentals, web hosting, and voice communication hosting tailored for the needs of competitive gaming. PsychoServers specialize in assisting customers to attain a fierce presence on the online gaming community. They take the hassle out of getting the things you need, leaving more time for you to stomp out the competition. PsychoServers offer custom-tailored services, prices, and the support to fit your needs. They pride themselves on offering personal attention to you, the gamer, thus the online community as a whole. So just remember, www.psychoservers.com. Insane performance, crazy prices. There's nothing worse than a competitive team without a server to call home. Always begging others for practice space, having to give up the home field advantage every match, and generally not getting the respect you deserve. Pro teams need a home, and ClanBank has the answer. ClanBank offers fast and powerful game servers for almost all of the popular internet multiplayer games. Get hosted with servers for games like Quake 3 Arena, Half-Life, Jedi Knight 2, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and Soldier of Fortune 2. They also host many popular mods such as Urban Terror, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress Classic, Day of Defeat, Rocket Arena, and Team Arena. Visit www.clanbank.com right now and check out the best prices around for private and public server hosting for your team. It's cheaper than you think, and it will give your team the competitive edge you need to be the best. www.clanbank.com.
And we are back. 2-1. Fight. And DT is down by 1. Back in server just in time. Here's the storyline for you so far. Let's take a look. Round score. Where did my notes float off to? They just mysteriously flew away. Well, that's not good. 1-0 in favor of DT here tonight. Round 1, set 1. NARF unable to get anything done as the Allied offensive surprising everybody as we all realize that this DT Axis defense is on fire tonight. But DT also shut down in round 1, set number 2 as NARF denies them with a little touche action. Then round 2, set number 1. 4-3-8 by DT. A little fire cooked up now from the Allied Blitzkrieg. NARF unable to beat that time. Several close grabs, but DeathTouch Axis defense come through in a pinch. 1-0, DT on a tear. Now we are in round 3, set number 1. We've got the Allies, NARF on the offensive 6-on-6, and we've got DeeAy, the Axis, the Allies 5-4-3-2, and a 1. All you, DeeAy, take it away.
Match is now back as the DT team killing themselves and wanting to spawn back in is something a little bit different, but we've got Brian still alive on the top of the bunker now. NARF firing off a Panzerfest shot, taking out Hollywood. Good defense by the DeathTouch team on top of the bunker, doing a great job of holding off the incoming NARF team. Machine gun fire all over the place, checking out the war room one more time. It was quiet just before we had that timeout. Decka having a little bit of computer problems tonight. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. There is enough time for 1, maybe 2 more pushes, but they're gonna have to hurry. Now Decka decided to take his position inside the war room just in case someone manages to sneak by, and it's a good thing because here comes Warkrime. Got some incoming allies inside the war room right now, taking down Decka. Decka's in pieces, and the documents have been grabbed. Daji has them one more time. He is a medic, and he's in the lead now, tossing out a couple of grenades and taken out from behind by Brian's MP40. Axes have returned the documents, but we still have allies in the basement, but no, it's not going to happen as Chrome is there with his machine gun, takes out the rest of the allies. 1:40 on the clock. One more time, those documents are safe. Excellent job by the DeathTouch team. Their defense is just kicking all of the ass tonight, and NARF has got to be hurt in just a little bit.
Well, on that defensive team, DeathTouch, they were playing a little bit risky for how far in the match we are. 1:30 on the clock. DeathTouch, they had that offensive-looking defense. None of them in the war room document area. They were just kind of out there defending the outdoors area, the trench area, when the documents were grabbed. Luckily, they could back their tails into their base, take out the document carrier before he made any progress, and it became hard to track. 1 minute on the clock, and where are the allies? Well, we're seeing blood and guts right there at the top of the far spiral staircase from an allied soldier going down. DT Nail on the rooftop. Things are quiet as the allied teams are...
Oh,
they got 45 seconds.
Quiet,
coming
quiet. What are you talking about, quiet? DT Hollywood says, Sabo the Saboteur, bend over. G to G, Obliv and Spike blown away. DeathTouch is wanting this game. They are sick and tired of NARF walking out of here the victor. They want victory themselves tonight. And with 3-man Panzerfaust kills like that, NARF is going to be hard-pressed to get anything done. Every route they take is shut down in garbage time now. 16 seconds. NARF unable to set the time. It's not looking good. It's going to give DT all the time they need to go up 2-0 in BoB 2 RTCW finals tonight. 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Yummo.
The Axis win.
DeeAy statistics.
Absolutely amazing defense by the DeathTouch team. Look at its statistics overall. Efficiency for the DT team, 56% versus only 44% for the NARF team. But looking at the high scorers for DT, we've got Chrome. His efficiency was 73%. Very nice indeed. 14 kills, 5 deaths, and 1 team kill, giving them 50. Whereas the high efficiency for the NARF team, we had, it looks like Lynch with 56%, 9 kills, 7 deaths, 4 suicides, and 1 team kill. That hurts just a little bit, as for the third time in a row, NARF has been shut out, unable to capture those documents even once. Score is currently 1-0. We are heading into round number 2 of set number 3. This is where DeathTouch, if they can even get a capture, even at 7:59, they will go up 2-0. But right now, that remains to be seen. If we get another full hold, the score remains 1-0. This is shaping up to be a very long match, but it's all good. MP Beach, BoB 2 finals, NARF versus DeathTouch. Good time.
Well, score 1-0. NARF held off the full 8 minutes. Very possible that DeathTouch is going to get another point right here, but we'll see. We've already had a full 8-minute hold in set number 1.
Absolutely.
We're waiting on the players to ready up at the moment. I'm guessing that they're just wanting a little bit of a break, because I have a strong feeling that this is going to be a very long, drawn-out, and intense fight. I'm looking at a 3-2 thus far. In fact, you know what? We haven't set forth our predictions on what's going to happen. Warwitch, how do you think this match is going to pan out in the end?
Well, you know, if you check the TSN poll on the front page of www.tsncentral.com, you'll find that, well, everyone favors NARF, but I personally favor the ultimate victor. That's right, DT versus NARF versus the Axis GOAT. And when it comes down to it, ladies and gentlemen, the GOAT is going to win in 3. Back with more in a moment.
Why is Speakeasy the best broadband provider on Earth? Reason number 67. The Speakeasy Tell a Friend program. Speakeasy subscribers who refer a friend for service receive a $25 reward. That's right. All you have to do is tell your buddy to switch to speakeasy.net, and it's $25 in your pocket. Look at it this way. Dude, it's more money in your pocket than you had yesterday. Refer a business, and you get $50. Not a Speakeasy subscriber yet? Give your head a shake, man. Great rates, gamer-focused, and kick-ass service means speakeasy.net is your only high-speed choice. Join the thousands of gamers who have already made the switch, and find out why Speakeasy.net is now the largest privately held broadband provider in the United States. It's www.speakeasy.net. Some restrictions apply. Must be a Speakeasy subscriber to qualify. See website for details.
A competitive clan without a home server is kind of like selling a Rolex out of the back of a rusty van. Sure, it might be the real thing, but more than likely it's a hunk of crap. Please, head over to www.psychoservers.com and check out the craziest prices anywhere for game server hosting. No matter what your game, Psycho Servers has you covered. So get off your ass and get your clan a place to call home. Welcome back not included. Insane performances, plain crazy prices. This ad brought to you by Psycho Servers. www.psychoservers.com.
TSN. The goggles, they do nothing.
9.
Commercials off, game on. This is the Team Sportscast Network. TSN.
Your source
for the esports revolution.
Yeah, TSN. Tonight, TSN, of course, unable to join us. Juno at E3. The rat bastard, our cameraman, waiting on 5 players. Let's talk Rasta, the G. Lynch, Obliv, Warkrime, Spike, and BeaverMana for NARF. DT, Illumina, Hollywood, Chrome, Nail, Brian, and Decka standing by as the Allied offense here in round number 3, set number 2. DeeAy and Sabo. DT have got all the time in the 8 minutes on the clock. If they can get something done, if they can grab the docks here in MP Beach within 8 minutes, they will do the impossible and go up 2-0 against what was formerly thought to be the invincible NARF roster. Waiting on 1 player, DeeAy. Let me ask you this. The game about to begin. What does NARF need to do right now to ensure that that does not happen?
I'm thinking taking out Hollywood sounds like a good time. If they take out Hollywood, they may have a little bit more of a chance to get in there. Before these BoB 2 finals, NARF managed to let only 1 round go by to Team Z in the last game. Panzerfaust from Lynch going across the beach now, taking out, oh, who was that? Taking out Illumina as he tried to make his way up the beach, trying to get to those doors. He's got a green light at the seawall breach, but as of yet, no engineer able to get close enough to it to plant that dynamite. We've got Brian in there right now, and he does the job. Dynamite has been planted by that seawall breach. Support fire and machine gun fire coming at the incoming DeathTouch team for all sides. Decka, the engineer, throwing a grenade, or sorry, that would be dynamite, throwing dynamite at the seawall door, and there we go. He gets the plant done. 7:17 is on the clock as DeathTouch wanting to beat a time of basically any time in the next 8 minutes if they can get a capture good enough to give them the second round. The score is currently 1-0. And oh, Tachi, engineer for the NARF team, gets in there and defuses the dynamite. Wow, that is something you do not see very often on MP Beach, but Daji was able to get in there for his team, defuse the dynamite at the seawall breach. The door is still there, though, and the door has been blown. Incoming allies to that bunker, capturing that forward flag. Excellent play by the NARF team. Daji hopping over the wall, defusing the seawall breach dynamite.
Wow, that denies the laws of conventional return to Castle Wolfenstein gameplay. Engineers jumping over the wall onto the beach, defusing dynamite, but we have allied attacks going on through the trenches. 2-man team, Hollywood and Brian rushing through that middle passage, the staircase. He gets jumped, though, by 3 members of Team NARF set up in the rooftops and on the staircase, going down, both of them. Now we're going to have to wait for the next spawn. Here it comes out of the bunker. Hollywood letting loose with the Panzerfaust, connects with the G before he goes down to support fire. P-51 dropping the bombs with the air raid action. 5:50 on the clock. Allied team of Team DeathTouch just getting held off out of doors. Here comes another push. Warwitch, take it away.
All right, 5-4-2 here tonight. DT now, making the charge upwards inside of the inner spiral stairwell, trying to get up on top, get to that back stairs, get down inside the war room, get the penetration they're looking for. So far, NARF is intent for a full hold here tonight. A 1-0 lead is more than enough. They do not want to allow DT to go up any further now, but now we've got DT Hollywood. DT now making the rush back stairs. 2 medics and a soldier for the Allied coalition. DT Hollywood leads the charge. Spotlight now on Hollywood, making the charge and takes a grenade up the shorts. Blows them behind the crates and barrels right here. But here comes DT Chrome to make the revival right now. A 3-man rush in the basement. Here's the push we're looking for. DT rushing hard. Waiting now. Coalition forces gathered now. We've got a lieutenant down here as well. DT Decka. DT taking their time. They realize they've got lots of time remaining. They want to do this right. 4-4-5. Gearing up. DT Chrome charging forward. Grenades being dropped. Nice grenade from Lynch of the NARF roster. Takes down Decka. DT Chrome bravely charges into the breach. Here they come. Into the war room now. Overwhelming the Axis defense. Charging forward. NARF is in trouble. It is the rush of DT. Inside with the grab. DT Hollywood shot down Axis firing squad style. Returned by Warkrime. But now grabbed again by DT Chrome. Who's got it? DT Chrome trying to get home. Chrome inside the war room now. Revivals being made. DT in control. The entire Axis team wiped out. But here comes some reinforcements. DT Chrome 406. Allies making the rush towards the radio stairs. Major revivals being made. All DT need to do is to bring it home right now. DeeAy, can they do it? Here's the rush. Take us home.
DT Chrome has documented he is hovering downstairs, being very cautious, not wanting to give them any bit of a chance to take him out, being backed up by Brian, and he's now on the stairs, stopping to revive his teammate. How nice is that? At the radio room, and he does it. Gets away with the documents. 4:21. That is definitely good enough to beat the time that NARF did not set the last round. DeathTouch is now up 2 rounds to 0. And this is not looking good for NARF, but excellent gameplay by DeathTouch. They are definitely hungry, bringing out all the big guns tonight. Just doing an incredible job of not only offense, but their defense is very strong. It's as strong as I've ever seen it. This is just really, really good gameplay here tonight.
Absolutely.
Wow, how about that? Best time we've seen thus far. 4:21 set by Team DeathTouch 2-0. Look at the poll. The second place winner thus far next to the Axis GOAT is Team NARF, and we're seeing DeathTouch severely in control thus far. This could be an upset here tonight. The GOAT, I hear him in the background,
that was your Tauntaun.
Furious.
That's your Tauntaun.
Along with Team NARF.
Yeah, the Tauntaun's pissed.
That's my Tauntaun.
Yeah, I got him here.
I don't even recognize my own ally Tauntaun.
Oh my god.
That's bad.
Game gonna be starting here in a moment. DT is on fire tonight, my friends. These guys are here to kick ass and take names. Fight. 2-0 lead. Who thunk it, huh? Well, 6-on-6, DT, Illumina, Hollywood, Chrome, Nail, Brian, Decka, Allied offense with the momentum to set the time. NARF has just been brutalized the entire game. In round 1, set number 2, they were able to go for a full hold, but since then, DT have just had their way with NARF tonight. Now we've got the incoming push and the incoming rush. We got the red light on the left-hand side, red light, no, rather almost a red light on the we got a red light on the left-hand side, nothing getting done on the right-hand side is what I'm trying to say. DT Decka, the engineer, going to be leaning over right here. Let's see, drops the dynamite, nope, drops a grenade up over the wall, waiting now for the dynamite to recharge. Waiting now, standing by, DT Decka, a lone engineer, drops the dynamite, green light, stand by, oh, blown away by a nice grenade, tries to lean over to get the plant at 7:10. But it ain't gonna happen. NARF gonna go down fighting here tonight. DeeAy, Yobo.
Seawall door has been breached. Hollywood making his way into the bunker and capturing that forward bunker for his team. But here coming Axis, remember, trying to take him out, but not going to get there in time to do it. Allies starting to stream in through the trenches right now. Dynamite finally planted at that seawall bridge. And following Decka, he's a lieutenant going up the stairs and, killing himself right before the Panther Fire can take him out. Deciding to spawn back in with the rest of his teammates, heading now towards the forward bunker, seeing what's going on there. Don't see any sign of the Allies, but Brian, medic, making his way up the right-hand stairs, deciding to forego that because it hasn't seemed to be a good route so far tonight. But now he's on top, making his way towards the back stairs, and there are some more members. Takes out Warkrime. Seawall has been breached. Brian's still alive, reviving Decka, but here come more of the Axis team. Obliv from the NARF team trying to stop them, but then decides to kill himself instead and set up their defense, possibly in the war room. 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Panzerfaust from Lynch. Oh, that is what I like to see. Chrome, Hollywood, and Nail all going down, and it looks like we've got a serious ping problem here. DeathTouch, 4 of them pinging 999.
Oh, I don't know what's going down. Sabo, Sabo, before I interrupt you, I'm going to be heading off to the war room. I want to take it up. You know what? Actually, give us a rundown here. They don't talk about much in the war room when they don't talk about much in the war room during a pause. It looks like the land died. They were actually, now it gets revealed, they were land. Yeah, DT's land tonight. Half the team. The squad is land.
It's very bad, especially since DeathTouch was doing an incredible job to get into that. They just had an incredible offensive push. And right now, as the match is currently paused, we actually have a couple members. We've got two still alive that I can see, but there's a lot of axes downstairs, so I'm not quite sure how that would have played out if the match hadn't been paused, but that is not a good sign.
Sabo, we're hogging the mic.
This is really terrible if these... If these guys keep dropping like this, DeathTouch, Allied team, they've got this amazing push. I'm not going to reveal any specific locations, but let's just say they are set up to do some serious damage. And if the LAN is down, and in fact, some of these members of DeathTouch that are in the key positions have to disconnect and reconnect, that's going to severely hurt the DT Allied offense. We're in timeout, 5 minutes 55 seconds on the clock. Score's currently 2-0 in set number 4, round number 1.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for DeathTouch, but it looks like we've got 6 players back in the game, which means it's time to rock and roll. Game is back underway. Let's find out what these guys can do in the rush tonight as the battle continues here on the Team Sportscast Network. 5, 4, 8, let's head our little booties down to the war room here tonight. Panzerfaust from NARF. Lynch roster takes down DT Chrome. Making our way back down the radial stairs, we're going to head down into the Axis war room, where we take a gander and we find there's just not much going on down here. Very empty. All is quiet on the war room front. DeeAy, we've got 5:27 on the clock. A lot of carnage going down on the beach, and DeeAy is on the beach in her bathing suit to cover the carnage.
Okay, and the Allies recaptured that forward bunker. It looks like the Axis managed to take that away from them, costing them a lot of precious time as they had to crawl back up the beach to get towards their bunker. And now with the backstairs, we've got some of the DeathTouch team making their way back down towards that war room. Their first attempt was shut out by the NARF team. That pause didn't seem to do much to them because that, at the end of it, they still were not able to get through the defense. In the basement now, Allies making a great push for those documents. Chrome on the table trying to take out warkrime and Dudgy, but they're holding them off. Machine gun fire, but here come the rest of the Allied team. Very good push by DeathTouch. Documents have been grabbed. Nail, Lieutenant for the DeathTouch team, has the documents waiting for the rest of his team to clear a path for him. 4:37 on the clock. They've got plenty of time to get in there, get the job done. But first, you need to kill those pesky Axis, waiting for his team to see if they can stay alive. But obliv and his MP40 doing a lot of damage. Chrome and Brian taken out. Looks like Nail is on his own, deciding to go out anyways, taking his way towards the backstairs. He is all by himself. I see no backup at all. Making his way up the stairs anyways. Brave little soldier trying to get upstairs, but he's being met by accident. He takes him out, but oh my god, nice Panzerfaust from Lynch. Decka, Brian, and Hollywood all going down. Nail still alive, in possession of the documents, and there are 4 minutes on the clock.
Nail, he's running back towards the front staircase this time around. Ducks under them. He's moving very slowly, very carefully. His helmet has already been knocked off. He's a lieutenant. He doesn't have the medical pack, so you know he's hurting at the moment. Going to hide in the barracks area. Moving around, stand downstairs. Oh, shot in the back by Dudgy. NARF. Document's going to stand right there near Dudgy. He returns them. That is the suckage right there. 3:30 on the clock, but oh, we already have another grab. DT Hollywood coming out of nowhere, grabbing the documents, makes his way up to the front staircase, shot in the back. He's got teammates to back him up, though, so that's okay. Medic dropping the packs in front of him, working his way slowly up the staircase, peeking over, making sure it's clear, decides to turn around and hold his position. Warwitch, what is going to happen? Will this be a grab?
DeathTouch keep doing a pendulum swing back. Another pause. Come on now. The crowd ain't liking this. It's starting to get a little ridiculous. TSN Pavilion is unhappy about it. 3:02. DT again losing another member. DT Brian pissed. All the DT frustrated. You can hear it in the war room tonight when I headed in. They were not happy. And it makes sense. I mean, they've got a squad here trying to get something done, and during the course of all this, they're losing connection to the server, and that is only going to build frustration. And this could work in the favor of NARF. Absolutely. Waiting at 10 seconds now. Game's going to resume here in just a moment. Here's the deal. We're back and live, and we've got a grab. DT Hollywood with the grab at 301. Game back underway. Hollywood then taken down and murdered backstairs. It's over. Over, maybe. DT could have got something done right there, but the Axis make the return right out of the timeout at 2-5-1. Bad luck is plaguing DT here tonight, and I would dare to venture to say that if their connections were a little more stable, DA, this game might already be over.
Absolutely, that has got to be just, it breaks your concentration to have to pause the game so many times when you're in the middle of a very, very good tear and something goes wrong, you lose a teammate, you have to pause the game and you kind of just get jarred out of that zone, that gaming zone that we all know so well. But here come the Allies one more time, going up the right-hand side. We've got Hollywood in the lead, making his way towards the stairs, and the Allies have stolen the documents one more time, trying to find out who's got them. Sabo, Warwitch, do you know where they are?
That's illumina right there with the documents. 2:10 on the clock. He's right there in the room outside of the war room. Decides to go through the back staircase. He is all alone. He is a lieutenant for the Allied DT team. Running up the staircase, stops, holds his position at the little flat area, whatever you want to call it. Comes out on top on the rooftop, met up by DT Chrome. Now he's running into the radio room. Radio room clear by Nail, and Decka runs in there. Clock set 6:12 by Illumina for Team DeathTouch. 6:12, the time to beat Warwitch. This could be it.
This is a critical time. I'm going to take this time to head to their war room and find out what they've got planned. Stand by. Heading into the DT war room now. Let's take a listen to what they've got planned in this critical round. They've got to hold off NARF for 6 minutes and 12 seconds.
We will shift. Alrighty. Just yell it out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Shift.
Yeah. I'm just saying, be aware of it. I'm not telling anybody
what I've seen him done is
I'll be aware of it.
Lynch shoots his Panzer, they all go short, and then he comes along up the steps. Damn.
Lynch won't get anywhere because he's a fucking downgrade, and I'm gonna downgrade his ass.
That'll go down in history. Okay.
Let's go, guys.
Let's beat these guys. We have this.
I can't wait to hear about how we fucking we won because of pauses. But then again, we were the guys who were always a man short on the pauses. So
there you go. A little talk, a little rambling. That's the truth. I don't. You know, I don't even know ever what to say when I come out of the war room. It's always the stuff that these teams talk about. But I do want to give a big salute to Affliction. I'm sorry, DeathTouch. Tonight for these guys letting us head into their war room, and they're talking about all kinds of good stuff. Good times. It's a classic Shoutcast tonight. Trust me. If you guys could be there, DeeAy and Sabo, they're feeling good. DT feeling very confident tonight. They've got the plans to shut down NARF. They've done it before. We're going to prepare to fight right now. And no love lost in the war room. Let me tell you what. It is F-bomb time, and it is time now to rock and roll in RTCW. It is the final round, the final matchup. It is now time. Can DT walk out of here 3-0 against NARF? It could happen. DA. Oh, you.
Got some dynamite trying to be planted at the seawall door, but unable to do it as Hollywood taking down beavermana. Dynamite green light, but no red light. It was got engineers scrambling all over the beach. Dynamite has been planted at the seawall door. Lots of people killing themselves, but support fire from Nail taking out warkrime. We saw a Panzer flying across the beach, but not making contact with anybody. Dynamite planted at the seawall door, and still not at the seawall breach, but here is an engineer. Warkrime has the dynamite out, and we've got another pause. What's going on here? Now we've got G with having some connection problems. He is currently at a 999, and not good luck for either team tonight.
You know, for once,
has the worst of it, but
for once, Sabo, it's not DT timing out. It is the NARF roster. Prepare to fight. What's going down, buddy?
So the connection issues go both ways. It looks like we're already getting ready to go back into the game right here. What's this? Fight. Okay, good. Timeout called back again. The reason that was so weird is because, well, the G wasn't back on the server. NARF would have had to play down a man for a little while. You know, got the drummer boy going on in the background. MP Beach is the match. This is the BoB 2 Championship round. Team DeathTouch versus Team NARF. And it is late, 12:15 in the PM Eastern Standard Time. I dropped my gamma down to denote the nighttime beach battle we have going on. Allied team is NARF NARF, current score 2-0, DT in the lead. They have to beat a time of 6:12. They have to beat a time of 6:12, or 6 minutes 12 seconds, or they're out.
Who knew?
Upset. Warwitch.
Who knew that we'd go into this game tonight with the potential for DT to lay the smackdown 2-0 so far, potentially 3-0 against what was thought to be the greatest RTCW team, it looks like. And as we said it before, these teams are incredibly even, and fortune has always swept in favor of the NARF roster during the Cal seasons, but now DeathTouch is on fire, and DT are the Axis defense here tonight. All they've got to do, it's the 5 minutes of fame, 5 minutes of fate. If they can hold off NARF now, they are going to get something done and walk out of here 3-0 as the champions tonight. Left-hand push for the NARF team, going to be moving towards the Axis spawn zone right now. Here's the push, incoming now, but DT is there, charging down and bounding into position. DT nail blown away by Spike NARF's Thompson. Shut down. G and NARF in control now of the Axis spawn point, heading up to the upper Axis spawn point inside of the radio room now with the Axis on there, shutting them down. Machine gun fire. We've still got several members of NARF in position. A two-man rush, but machine gun fire from DT Illumina. DT Brian shuts it down against the wall. Schnell. It is over. 4-2-0, and things are looking good. DT are playing this game like professional athletes here tonight. They are not letting NARF get into any crack or any crevice, and DT want the victory, 3-0.
Absolutely. 4 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock, and this is the final chance for NARF to do something against this awesome DeathTouch team tonight. Not very much time left for them to do it at all, and this is the round that is going to tell us what is going to happen. War Room is quiet. The documents are nice and secure, sitting out there in the open. You really think they should lock those in a filing cabinet or something, but just not going to happen. Downstairs, still no sign of any of the incoming allies. Going to swing back upstairs, but here we go. Chrome, for the DeathTouch team, decided to go downstairs and get a head start on the defense in the War Room. But looking like there's all of the action still happening outside as the allies have not been able to get in there, get into the bunker at all. Axe is reclaiming that forward bunker. They're playing dirty. They want to win. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go, and it is not looking good for NARF at all.
Battle for the radio room going on over here. Spike clearing it out, but no DT Decka. DT Brian come out of nowhere, clearing the path, taking Spike down. Spike drops down that ladder, pursued by Nail, taken out. 3 minutes on the clock at the moment, and we're seeing very little action on the side of Team NARF. Allied offensive. These guys have got to step it up. They've got to get the documents to the radio room ASAP, lest they go down 3-0. Taking a loss over here in the championship round. BeaverMana outside all alone, getting into a little bit of a gunfight with DT Chrome. DT Chrome has the altitude advantage. MP40 in the face. That's you're not coming up into my Axis. Stronghold, you sir are going down. Spike NARF again. He's all alone coming up that center staircase. Boom, grenade to the face. Nail also taking him out. A little bit of headway slowly being made outside by Team NARF. They're working their way onto the rooftops now. 2:20 on the clock. They're running out of time.
DT Hollywood is the equation. Oh, Doom lays the smackdown with a nice Panzerfaust kill and an air grenade by DT Hollywood. Takes out DT Nail. DT Hollywood dropping a grenade to ensure that the corpses of the allies he just killed would not be able to get revived. DT looking good. Allies then recapture the forward bunker right here. Here's another push. G and friends of the NARF roster heading up the far right-hand side now. They tried to take it through the Axis spawn side, but now an MP Beach taking it up the right-hand side to the upper tier, making a push on the back stairwell. Now this route seems to be working for them. We've got several members, BeaverMana, Lynch, and friends down inside, making the charge. 1-3-6. Here it is. NARF can stay in the ball game if they can get inside. They're charging forward, taking some grenade spam, but here's a major 5-man push inside the war room, taking some resistance now. Looking for Axis in here. Schnell, Decka, DT inside right here, trying to shut them down. Incoming warkrime of the NARF team. Hops inside, but Decka comes out on top. Decka's a medic. Here comes G with the grab. G comes out on top. G has got the grab at 1-1-1. G could save the game. It is hero or zero time for NARF. 3-0 loss or 2-1 score. 1 minute warning on the clock right now. DeeAy heading up the back stairs. 57 seconds to G. Right here can lose it or do it. Will he win? 53 seconds. DeeAy, take us home. Do or die.
G has no backup as he makes way. There we go. He found Lynch, takes a shot at him. A little bit jumpy, I think. but making his way
forward.
upwards on this catwalk, and nice penetrafaust from Nail does not take out the document carrier, but it knocks him off the platform down to the middle level. G still has the document, 30 seconds left on the clock, making his way to up the left-hand side in the bunker now, stopping to heal himself, desperately needs some backup. Here is Illumina to take him out, but G comes out on top, 20 seconds to go as he makes his way up the stairs. This is so close. Hollywood on the stairs trying to
down,
and G goes down.
Game is over.
That's it.
And it's game over. So very, very close. But 3-0. DeathTouch takes it. They are the BoB 2 champions.
NARF are defeated. Sabo 3-0 victory tonight. Man, the Panzerkin loves it. The goat going wild. It is 3-0. DT are your new champions. Yubble.
Who would have thought this? The last 2 seasons of Cal, NARF, Master Team taking DeathTouch out 3-2 and 3-1 in the past. Now BoB 2 championship. Team DeathTouch arises, taking the win. The Axis March prevails.
Not just a win. 3-0. Man, hammering victory against a team that could not be taken out. NARF clearly favored to be the ultimate victor in battle on Beachhead 2. DeathTouch say, you know what? We might be the underdog, but we've got a couple tricks up our sleeve. Despite the timeouts, they come out on top. And let me tell you what, those timeouts did not favor them. They were definitely in disfavor for DT. And despite the hardships, they came out on top. DeeAy and Sabo 3-0. DeeAy, let's talk about round by round what happened. Let's start at round 1, set 1. All you.
Round 1, set 1, we had Axis starting out on the Axis side trying to stop the incoming NARF team, and they did it. No time was set in round 1 of set number 1. We went the full 8 minutes. Round number 2, things switch up a little. DeathTouch is the incoming allies versus NARF, the defending Axis. Once again, we had the full 8-minute hold after the first set. The score was still 0-0. Neither team able to penetrate the defense of the other. Looking at set number 2, though, DeathTouch steps it up just a little. 4:38 is the time they set, getting the first set of the game, and that was good enough to give them a point because in round number 2 of set number 2, NARF unable to beat 4:38 as a team or as a time. DeathTouch up 1-0 after 2 full rounds.
Man,
wow.
Move on
we're in
round number 3.
Shock on.
Then with round number 1 of set number 3, unable to set a time, DeathTouch holds off NARF for the full 8 minutes, looking like we were going to have a repeat of set number 1, but DeathTouch does it one more time. 4:21 is the time they set in round number 2 of set number 3. That was good enough to give them another point. 2-0 is the lead after 3 full sets. Set number 4, the one that would decide everything, 6:12 was the time set by DeathTouch. NARF had to beat that time, otherwise it was going to be game over, and that is exactly what happened. DeathTouch holding off NARF for the full 6 minutes and 12 seconds, good enough to give them 3 points. They win, shutting out NARF for the first time in an incredibly long time. DeathTouch wins 3-0 over NARF.
Now Sabo and DeeAy, check your PMs because we are going to be heading right here to the Affliction War Room. Officially now we can call these guys Affliction. That's right, DT. Kicking ass and taking names. We're going to head into their war room, guys, and we're going to talk to the teams here tonight on the Team Sportscast Network. Wild Times. Stand by. Yeah, what's up? Victory tonight for the one and only DT. Let's hear it, guys.
DT fizzle shizzle.
Congratulations. What a victory. You know, you can officially call yourselves Affliction now. How's that feel?
Oh, that feels good.
Hell yeah. All right. Sabo's going to be joining us. We're here. I don't know which one of you guys wants to speak up, but man, What a game. You guys are excited, definitely right now. What was the secret? How did you come out a 3-0 victory when before, how did you get it done? 3-0 against NARF.
You really want to know why? Because we wanted to win this game. That's why we won the game.
We were land.
We were land, and we won this game because of that. Well, not because of that,
No.
but, you know.
Now, speaking about being land, though, you guys had a couple of issues throughout the whole thing, especially towards those final rounds. It looked like it might have cost
Thanks
you
for
a point.
reminding us, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was looking scary there on my part, on our part. We kept seeing all your guys go 9-9-9, and it's like, well,
what was going on with that?
This is really gonna suck for
What was
GGC.
happening with the troubles you guys were having with the timeouts?
Can you repeat that? Everyone was yelling. I couldn't hear you there.
What was actually going down? Why were you guys having the troubles with the timeouts? Was it a LAN issue?
Well,
Decka
Decka's freaking computer is garbage. I don't know. We gave him the hardware that we won at that Aces tournament, and he's got a new video card, a new motherboard, new processor, new RAM, and he crashes every second. Now, the thing is, I don't know. Something's wrong with Ill's router. I told him to put a fan on it or something because it keeps going 999 all of a sudden, like at crucial moments.
But despite that, you guys came out on top here tonight. Let me ask you this: who would you claim? I mean, it's all about teamwork tonight, but who at Hollywood made some incredible kills, some just fantastic Panzerfaust kills? Which one of you guys? I mean, do you have clearly an MVP for this match of your squad?
Well, I like to take a lot of the credit on my Panzer kills because I was looking at Rock and Nail and Illumina's monitor right here, and I got some incredible shots from that.
That's right. Yuval. So who's the MVP? All of you? What would you say?
All of us,
Me.
MVP. We won that as a team.
Seth all the way.
Won it as a team. DeeAy, throw these guys out a couple questions. Then pass it to Sabo.
Excellent gameplay tonight. That was just really incredible. Especially enjoyed the Panzer kills from Hollywood. Nice job. That made me very, very happy. This was the first time that NARF has gone down like this in a very long time. It's since I've been casting, which granted has only been 3 months. But, you know, this has to feel good, but just, come on, give me some adjectives. How good does this feel?
It feels really great. They really creamed us last time we played them. It was a close game, but I felt they had the edge. We had to do our homework and our push-ups this weekend, and we did that, and it shows tonight.
You know, how is it possible for there to be dead air with 9,000 people in Ventrilo? Sabo, come on, lay down some questions, buddy.
It's entirely possible. the more people you get, the quieter it gets.
Yeah.
That's what seems to happen. Now I've got something. I think it was Hollywood and Illumina I want to focus on. This was one of the classic moments of the game, and I'm not sure you, Warwitch and DeeAy, actually saw exactly what I saw from the vantage point of these guys. Coming fresh off the spawn at the bunker was Hollywood and Illumina. They went running alone through the base, completely unattacked. They came down, they split up at opposite ends of the war room hallway. Came through, Hollywood picks up the documents, and then they work their way over to the radio side staircase, and they wait a moment. Then they go up. As soon as they're there, the entire team's hanging out in the radio room, waiting for them, sipping a Coke, drinking a Bud, saying, "Hey guys, where you been?" And they set the clock 4:38. That was in set number 2.
I remember
How
that
much
clearly.
coordination? How much coordination
what happened
went
was
into
this?
that?
What happened was this time. They just spawned, I've heard, and they had 2 in their spawn, and because Rock said there's 4 on upper base then. If there's 4 on upper base, we just grab the docks, we're going to go short, and we're going to push it.
Can you guys hear? Oh, never mind.
And, hold on a sec. We went up, we just pushed it short, we said, all the hell of it, we're going to go short. The Panzer went short, Ill capped him down, I think Lynch it was, he capped him down early, and then they were fighting at the door, Ill was fighting at the door with some other Axis player, and I just gunned down Ill, and I tried to gun down the other guy, and I just pushed it in right in there, and that was the first time we got the cap on him.
You know,
I have a request from Lagwagon. He wants me to say your mom on air.
Yo mama.
With the R-E at the end of it.
Your mom.
You are mom.
Hey, you guys are the winning team. You can say whatever you want. You know, I gotta say, your war room tonight was pretty hilarious. I caught some pretty choice moments. in the Shoutcast.
I did not mean any of that, Lynch. I am sorry. I said that I did not know he was in the room. That was going on.
It was great. Good times. Wolf TV, everybody was laughing that was listening to it. And I stepped in at more than once I had to play the F-bomb sounder because I stepped into kind of a hornet's nest of affliction. You guys going wild in here. And initially it seemed in round 1, set 1, when NARF was unable to get anything done, and then you were held off. How did you guys feel at that point? Now you pushed NARF, you held NARF off the entire time, so that's a great way to begin the game. You're feeling alright, we can do this. If we can hold NARF 8 minutes, we can win this game. And then NARF returned the favor and holds you guys off the entire time. Did you at that point feel that you were in for... Did your momentum, is what I'm asking, did your momentum kind of falter at that point?
Yes and no. The time that they held us that long, it was, we didn't get the breach down and we didn't get the door down at all. They were stalling us for 4 minutes, I think it was. That was like half the time. You know, we just couldn't get any. We were so sloppy. Lynch was picking us off long with his 3-man panzer kills from, you know, their spawn to the beach. But the thing was, we knew when we got the flag and we all spawned the flag, we had a different kind of offense that we ran today to avoid the spam that they were going to give us. And we got in the war room. We grabbed the docks pretty well that time. We pushed up, even though we had about 4 minutes left. We almost capped in it, but we knew then that, you know, the next round we're gonna do it easy if we just get the wall down and the door down and get the flag and get everyone situated.
Now, was there any point in the game tonight that you basically felt you had it in the bag, where you had enough momentum going that you said it's now just a matter of time that we're going to win? Or did you get the feeling that NARF was going to be able to possibly come back and score a victory in the match?
When we went up 1-0, we knew we were celebrating a little bit, but I told the guys, you know, it's not over. We got a long road ahead, and we just took it round after round after round with that. We saw a couple times what NARF tried to do was they tried to push spawn on us like they did in the 2-minute time, to beat our 2-minute time in the last game, and we just set up different angles. We shifted a lot of people over to spawn and get different angles on them, and we pretty much mowed them down before they got up that ladder.
Now, DeeAy and Sabo, you guys have any more questions for Affliction? Officially Affliction here tonight. DeathTouch, Affliction, victors of BoB 2 RTCW tonight. Sabo and DeeAy, any final questions for these guys?
I actually have a comment, not so much a question. I just want to give a major shout out and thumbs up to Hollywood for starting out the game so well. 3-man panzer kill right off the bat. You have no idea how happy that made me.
Oh, well, thank you. It's great to make you happy. I hope you got an orgasm off it from the Holocaust, baby.